So probably once a month, somebody will ask me, why do you sound Canadian? Which I don't fucking sound Canadian at all. If you've heard Canadians talk, you know that within 5 minutes of them talking, they'll say a or a boot or something, you know, Canadian. And they'll be pretty polite with you. So that's how you definitely can tell I'm not Canadian. Living near Canada, I have spent a fair amount of time in Canada. What are my impressions of Canada and all of that? That's going to be covered in today's video called What the Fuck Happened to Canada? I don't know what the fuck I don't know. I'm not even going to get into their political thing. So, the first couple of times I went to Canada growing up next to Niagara Falls, New York, it's strange because, like, back in the day, you could just go across the bridge and show them your driver's license, and that was it. And then, as time went on, they changed that. You had to get like a passport, or you had to get an enhanced driver's license. So, used to go over, there was a beach over in Canada called Sherkston. I believe it was part of Lake Erie. There was a bridge called the Peace Bridge, which one time women took their shirts off and marched across it for some kind of like some kind of solidarity about being able to take their shirts off in public. I just remember I was a kid and I remember asking my mom and she quickly changed the subject. We used to go to St. Catharines. I think the first time I ever went to a strip club was Canada, because their drinking age, that's my lane changing. I got a motorcycle coming up with me kind of fast. You're going to see it right there. See him? First time I ever went to a strip club was in Canada. We used to go, so basically, this is already the worst fucking video with the motorcycle and blah, blah, blah. So basically we used to go to Canada to drink, because back then you had to be 18, I think, to drink in Canada. And so we'd go across the border to like a place called the Daily Planet, which was in, I believe it's called Clifton Hills. And it's kind of like where people go to party. There's a place called the Daily Planet. And you basically would run into a bunch of fucking New Yorkers. And, you know, you'd go, why did we go all the way over to Canada if we're only meeting New Yorkers? But it was a cool bar. You know, I seen the biggest bar fight I've ever seen in my life was in Canada, and I probably was 20 years old, and I just remember these Canadians, like most Canadian men aren't pussies, unlike Americans. They throw down, because they're so like hockey related, they throw down over anything, and these guys threw down through the bar like a fucking Clint Eastwood movie. You could hear the whoosh, whoosh. And I was like, just, you know, I'm a fucking kid at 20. I mean, I've been punched in the face a couple times, but I haven't been in a bar fight like that yet. That didn't come till later, until I started working at bars. And then, anyways, it's not about me, it's about you, the viewer's experience. Where am I on this fucking map? So, 4 miles. Yeah, I remember seeing a guy get fucking spin kicked, knocked the fuck out in the middle of the street in Canada, okay? Like, these fucking drunk people were facing off. The fights you used to see in Canada were pretty epic. And this is before, like, mixed martial arts took over. But, you know, driving over to, when I got my driver's license, I used to just drive over to Canada. just to drive. You know, back then, where the fuck? I used to just drive over there to get lost. You know, prior to the internet and shit. Oh, sorry, Mr. Truck Driver, for cutting you off. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry for those of you watching this video. Canada's very beautiful. The girls are very pretty. Most of the girls are as big as me, but they're hot, at least. No, not really, but there's like a subset of Canadian men that I call the mountain jacks, or the lumberjacks. They look like a Mountie, which is their state police, mixed with a hockey player lumberjack. Because there's some big fucking dudes in Canada. Like, they just, I don't know if they're part Nephilim or what, but I don't know, like, it's driving over there, it's like anything. It's like a lot of farmland. It's not like Florida, you know what I mean? A lot of Canadians down here. I'm trying to think. They do the gas, pulling over to get gas. At one time, their money was worth, our money was worth a lot more, so we could go over there and almost get like half or 40% for our dollar. You'd get $1.40 Canadian or something. But, like, you know, I'd drive around when I was a kid, you know, like, so you would be driving in downtown, like Ontario, off the bridge. It would look like, you know, like a normal place on earth. And then you would drive out in the country, and there'd be, like, abandoned hotels or fucking mental asylums or old places where maybe an old amphitheater from the 50s or 60s that they're gutting and turning into a whatever, and, you know. And then things kind of changed. Once you had to get the enhanced license, I remember I used to go over there when I was using pills, and I would get, you know, I'd go over and get the Tylenol. You could go over there and get legitimately, like, liquid Tylenol, like lean, that, you know, I mean, that's what you use to make lean, or scissor. Fucking stupid. You go over there, get the Tylenol with codeine. I forget the name of the Rexall, because there's a Rexall Center. R-E-X-A-L-L. Fucking horrible name for a drug company. You'd go over there. If I sound like I'm fucking retarded, I am on the spectrum. Legitimately, I have ashwagandha and Asperger's mixed together with St. John's wort. This is gonna just make it to the fucking blooper reel. But you're already invested this far if you are. So anyways, I would go over there and get, you know, you get dope sick, yada, yada, yada. I'd go over there and get my Tylenol with codeine if I couldn't get my Percocets or my street drugs or my whatever the fuck. And this is the one thing I like about living down here. The girls just, for no reason, just dress like whores. Or maybe they dress like they're just working out, sorry. But you could go over, and I used to go over, and this Indian guy used to sell me, like, 4 cough syrups, the big 300 pills of Tylenol codeine number 3s. And one time I went over there, and I only got the 60 quantity bottles, 2 of them. But I'm going back to America, and the bitch flagged me for no reason or something, because I had like an old license plate in the back of my truck. So I walked in with the pills in my winter jacket. They went out, searched my truck. They literally were there for 4 seconds and left me alone. So they looked in the truck, and they seen that I had been coming over there a lot, but I wasn't staying long. And they were going, well, what are you doing when you come over here? I just, you know, I drive around, I go, you know, I just kind of drive around and go get lunch, and I would always go get lunch somewhere and have a receipt. Damn, do I gotta turn here? No. I'd always get lunch somewhere and get a receipt and go, no, I just go over there and get their Greek whatever, and, you know, I know they really had more shit going on than me fucking around, so Yeah, I miss going over to Canada. I mean, it's nice in the, I miss, I miss the regular Canadian girls. It's a completely different way of life over there. Canadians are extremely polite. Most of them are down to earth. The ones that haven't been completely compromised by Justin Trudeau and everything else are really cool people. They love their hockey, okay? Like, if you want a girlfriend that likes hockey, date a Canadian girl. They like their beer. They have Labatt Triple X, okay? We used to go, oh yeah, you could go over to the duty-free shop, get your Canadian beer, go back. It tasted like shit. I don't know, this is just kind of random Canadian thoughts of going to Canada, but a lot of girls over there that you would just run into, a lot of the girls, I'm not talking about the French Canadian girls, just regular girls, they just seem to have a lot of pretty girls over there, you know what I mean? So, for what that's worth, that's a plus. They're not really known for anything, like food-wise. They're known for something like some kind of fucking cheese curd, like French fry thing. I forget what it's called. I got friends at the gym that are Canadian. We try not to hold it against them, but I see a lot of Canadians down here, and I don't know. I've always liked Canadians. They've got funny voices and a funny dialect, but they're good. They're good mates. That's Australian, sorry. Yeah, sorry. This video is brought to you by Smoothie King Drive-Thru. Healthy. Grab a smoothie, buy 5. That's like 40. Fuck. That's like $50 for 5 smoothies. You're out of your fucking mind. Okay, well, there's a Dollar Tree. All right, thank you.